Good day to you all. Welcome in. I am Gunnar, and I am a Gold Lake student taking Introduction to Computer Science. And today, I'll be covering what I have learned about Python programming, starting with what print functions are. Yay! Yay! Print functions. It's pretty basic. So, this thing here, I have the word print, parentheses, quotation marks, and then some text in there. And so whenever there's these quotation marks and a thingy inside of it, that is called a string. And when we print a string, and we go down here, we hit run all, but that'll take a while to run since I haven't ran it yet today, it'll just quite simply say, what I wanted. It'll print, one would say, what I had put in the string. And then here, we have a /n and then another /n. That adds a space between lines. And so we have it is almost, and then it adds the space here, and then spring break. We have a /t here to put tab. So pretty sweet. We also have my famous line of separation that just keep things separate, like in different sections. Whole numbers are referred to as integers in Python, and decimal numbers are referred to as floats. So just some vocab in there. Whenever you put something like 6 plus 3 inside of the parentheses without putting it as a string, it'll just do the math. As we can see, we have print 6 plus 3. We scroll down, we can see that it put 9. We can do 6 times 3, and we can see that it put 18. Now, if I wanted to say something like 6 plus 3 equals 9, all I have to do is do a string 6 plus 3 equals parentheses, comma. That comma is also going to act as a space, so you don't have to worry about adding a space. And then 6 plus 3, that'll put a 9 there. But of course, you could just put the 9 inside of the string and just be like 6 plus 3 equals 9. But if you do this, you could. As we can see here, I have print my name is, but it says my name is 3 times. It's because I times the string by 3. And so it print the string 3 times. And then down here is just a picture I made. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, actually, here's some notes here. Just pause if you need to look at the notes. The notes are written in green. And we are moving on to variables. Yay! Okay. So, variable is a name that refers to a value. So, here's a name. I called it name. And it has the value of Gunnar H. So, yeah. So when I print name equals Gunnar H as the string. So if we go down here, it printed my name. And then, of course, if you change one thing about this, so if I make it uppercase F for the N in name, it'll be a completely different thing. So, yeah, you can get, your age, the GPA. I don't know if this number's true. I kind of just guessed for my GPA. So, yeah. How my name is plus. Oh, so this plus here is like another space, just attaching this to another string. That's what that plus does. So it's basically the comma, but for the other side. And so we just have some, printing here with the variables. As we can see, my name is so my age is this, my GPA is that. Age is this, my GPA is that. If I go up here, age equals 14, GPA equals 3.42. That's what it printed. You can do first name and last name as well. So print first name, comma, last name. So we can see here it did exactly that. We can also give my line separator a value. So when I want to just do that, I can say print line separator. And it does all that. Let's do integers, like in math, how like x equals a number. You could do that here too. You can also make them do math. So x plus y, x is 21, y is 69. It'll do the math for all of that, which is really cool. If you wanted to do inputs, so here, let me just show you what input is once I get this running. It's low adding right there. Okay. So now that's ready, your name equals the input of what is your name colon space. So what that's going to do is the string is going to turn to this. So your name is going to get the value of whatever we put in here. So if my name's Ricky, type Ricky, boom. It then gets the, let's see. Yeah, so right here it says hello, comma, your name, and your name equals whatever is going to be in there. So pretty sweet. And then we printed hello, comma, your name, which the name was Ricky. My age, we'll say Ricky is 23, a young, kind of young lad. Favorite hobby, let's see, Ricky likes fishing. Ricky likes shrimp. And so down here with all of this, what we did with the name combined, we have made this very, very long string using all these variables from the input. So made this really long, Ricky, much I put Ricky there, 23, 23, fishing, and shrimp. So essentially, those are variables. If you need further explanation, feel free to look at the green notes. And we're scrolling down to look at the other green notes. And we are moving on to if, elif, and else. So, with if, elif, and else, these operators are used to compare values and return either true or false. And it's a Boolean data type. So, if you need further explanation on what a Boolean is, feel free to look it up. But we will be moving on from that. So 2 equal signs means equal to, so 5 is equal to 5, which is true. This is the non-equal to sign, greater than and less than, greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. And so we go through all of here. All these are true except this one, because 3 is not less than nor equal to 2. So they can answer questions like, is this and that true? Like, is 5 greater than and equal to 5? Which that was true. It was equal to, which means that was or. So, yeah, and then we have not. So, is 3 less than or equal to 2? No, it is not. Line separator. Okay. Here is my state-of-the-art amusement park ride checker. So first, it gets your height, and what this int does, it just makes whatever you put in here an integer. So it'll just remember it as an actual number instead of just a normal input, like a string. But it still takes that number like you would type in that little box from back in variables. And so I made the minimum height 48 inches and the minimum height with parent 40. And so enter your height in inches. Let's just say my height is 70. I had it so when I put that in there, it would do like we did with the variables and print if my height was exceeding the minimum height. Elif, let's say my height is less than minimum, but more than what the parent needed. This is not the right box. Let's go back. So minimum height to read with parent is 40. See how it's different now? And I also had it so when it said this, it did min height minus your height to calculate how many more inches it would need to ride alone, which, because these are integers, you can do that. And then let's say I'm really short, I'm 5 inches tall. It would tell me all of this. It would do the math not once but twice. One for when riding with a parent and one for, riding alone. So if you need further explanation, feel free to take a look at the notes. So pause and look here. Scroll down, pause and look here. And that is all I have to show off today. That's all I have learned so far. But yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.